OTC is back!
What's up, guys? The phenomenal AJ Styles, and you're watching Bretto Live.
What is up, guys? Bretto Live back in the video. Today, we're talking about Raw. We're talking about SmackDown in a WWE action figure setup style. Beautiful arena right here. Yeah! We're going to be talking about Monday Night Raw first from Birmingham, Alabama on this beautiful Saturday morning. This episode of Raw featured a amazing return from the OTC Roman Reigns. He is back, and he is looking better than ever. We haven't seen him since freaking, I think, the Raw after WrestleMania, right? Or it might have even been WrestleMania itself. I haven't seen Roman Reigns in a long time. As you can see in his Shavo Live, we have gotten rid of the beard, as you can see. I totally wasn't influenced by the comment section at all. But without further ado, let's talk about Monday Night Raw from Birmingham, Alabama. We opened up the show with the new World Women's Champion and the newest member to the Monday Night Raw roster, that being Naomi. She cashed in for the World Women's Championship, which is the Raw title, but she's a SmackDown superstar, so that's going to transfer her over here to Monday Night Raw. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky would interrupt this promo from Naomi. They came out and said, so, when's my rematch? When's my rematch? Naomi's like, get to the back of the line. Naomi, get ready, because you got a triple threat match at SummerSlam. Adam Pearce made the match official, and this is hype, bro. Triple threat? Oh my god, this is going to be a great match. Naomi looked all confident when Pearce made that call, but I think deep down, she's really worried. Finn Balor called the shot here for the Judgment Day tonight. He's like, Dom, you know what? Go accompany Roxanne and Raquel down to the ring. I think it would be a good thing for the Judgment Day. So, Raquel and Roxanne fought the Kabuki Warriors in tag team action. This match would have definitely put the Kabuki Warriors back in title contention if they were to win this match, but they didn't, man. They didn't. Dominic Mysterio, I swear, jumped on the apron right when the Kabuki Warriors had the match in the bag. Roxanne's gonna roll up Asuka, get a little leverage from Raquel Rodriguez's leg, and Asuka doesn't kick out, and look at that, dude! Raquel and Roxanne on top. So Finn Balor made the right call. Have Dominic Mysterio on ringside, do a little distraction, and he did, and it worked out. Finn Balor, who's been making the calls for the Judgment Day since Liv's been gone, things have been working out. They have 5 championships in the Judgment Day. But I don't know how much longer Dom's gonna have that Intercontinental Championship, bro, cause Adam Pearce is gonna have Dominic reevaluated by medical to see if he's actually still not medically cleared. AJ is praying he gets this match with Dom. Most likely AJ's gonna take that belt. Let's hope so. Paul Heyman was asked about Seth Rollins backstage, and low-key it was a pretty heartbreaking response, bro. His injury's up in the air. We still don't know, at least at the time of recording this part of the video, the extent of Seth Rollins' injury, but he basically just said, hey, Seth Rollins has until next June until he has to cash in this Money in the Bank contract. That's when it expires. So basically Paul Heyman just saying he has a bunch of time to recover, and he is not relinquishing this Money in the Bank contract. I cannot get enough of Lyra Valkyria. She is so freaking good, and so is Bayley. They had a one-on-one match to determine who's going to face Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam, and it wasn't just a regular match. This was a 2 out of 3 falls match. So Bayley's going to get the first fall, Lyra's going to get the second fall, and then it's all going to come down to the third fall, which Lyra Valkyria finally got after a wicked Nightwing to Bayley, but damn, it took a lot. Bayley's leg was killing her. Lyra could barely walk. Her back was killing her. This match was freaking amazing. Obviously, Becky Lynch is going to come out after the match, get in the face of Lyra Valkyria, but hey, it's going to be an official one-on-one. Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch at SummerSlam for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Hey, Nikki Bella on Monday Night Raw. This is great, bro. Nikki Bella feels like an actual, avid current wrestler here on the roster. It's great. So I guess Evolution wasn't a one-time thing. She goes one-on-one with Chelsea Green. Luckily, picks up the victory. It looked like Nikki Bella was going for the rack attack, but she couldn't really get Chelsea Green up, bro. Straight up. It took a second for Nikki Bella to get her up. She eventually did, and then she'd do a fireman's carry into a cutter, so it was kind of like a modified rack attack, something like that, which was pretty cool. Nikki Bella picks up the victory. After the match, Piper Niven and Alba Fire jump in the ring. It's kind of like a 3-on-1 beatdown. And here comes Stephanie Victoria, who was disrespected by Chelsea Green backstage earlier before this match, so she's just gonna get a little retaliation on Chelsea Green and the Secret Hervis, backing up Nikki Bella. Dude, Stephanie is so freaking awesome, bro. I can't wait till she gets her championship at Clash in Paris. I know it's gonna happen, bro. Gunther was wondering who's next. As you know, he retired Goldberg, and looks like Braun Breaker's next? Oh, we'll find out. The Gauntlet match I still have to talk about, but Gunther's like, Paul, I'm not interested to see what you have to say. Gunther looked to walk out of the ring, and Braun's like, hell no, that's not happening. You're gonna listen to what Paul Heyman has to say. Paul Heyman basically just said, Braun Breaker's gonna take that title, and I swear, it sounded like Paul Heyman was gonna say Brock Lesnar when he says Braun Breaker. It literally, I hear him saying Brock, but he's not. It's interesting. But yeah, they basically just threatened Gunther. Crazy 5-man gauntlet 5-match main event. Braun Breaker would start the match. He'd beat Penta, LA Knight, and then he'd beat Jey Uso with a little help from Bronson Reed, bro. Bronson Reed just jumps in the ring. I'm like, wait, is that a disqualification? There was no disqualifications. I was like, what? Final opponent was CM Punk, bro. It was so cool to see CM Punk back on my screen, rocking the Bret Hart pink. Comes down to the ring, and it felt like, once again, a 2-on-1 handicap match. Bronson Reed wanted to get involved. Didn't work out this time. GTS to Braun Breaker, even after Jey Uso tried to come out and help. I'm like, this is amazing. So it's official. CM Punk, Gunther, SummerSlam World Heavyweight Championship. That is a breath of fresh air. I can't wait for that match. But then after the match, they looked to just absolutely beat the hell out of CM Punk, and they did. Double Tsunami didn't work out because the OTC is back. The #1 tribal chief. Dang, does he have some pretty cool merchandise that dropped on WWE Shop. It is so tempting to pick some of it up. Roman Reigns comes out and just wreaks havoc. Superman punches, Samoan drops, spears. He helps out Jey, he picks him up, stares down CM Punk because he's still beefing with Punk. It just makes me wonder though, like, what was the original plan? Because Seth Rollins is injured. I would have loved to have seen Seth go face to face with Roman. It would have been so cool. But I'm still really happy that Roman Reigns is back, returns in the main event of Raw. Was not expecting that. What is going to happen for Roman Reigns at SummerSlam? I am so curious. That was Monday Night Raw from Birmingham, Alabama. There was only 4 matches on the card, 3 women's matches and 1 men's gauntlet match. Thought it was a really solid show. Some good storytelling in this show, no doubt about it. My favorite match, believe it or not, was Bayley versus Lyra Valkyria. I loved that #1 contenders match, and Becky coming out to top it off. Favorite moment, obviously, going to be the OTC return. Our tribal chief is back. And ranking the show out of 10, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10, man. It wouldn't have gotten that high of a ranking if it wasn't for the Roman Reigns return. If the Roman return didn't happen, I'd probably give it like a solid 7. But since the Roman return happened, I'm going to give it a solid 8, man. Solid episode of Monday Night Raw here in Birmingham. Opening up a WWE show with a car crash, you know it's going to be a crazy episode. Friday Night SmackDown from San Antonio, Texas. Let's run it up. This was a very interesting episode of SmackDown. Another 2-hour episode of SmackDown. Thank God. I love the 2-hour. I think it's fantastic. It flows. We're going to open the show with a car crash. Boom! Big Suburbans like literally rammed into each other. It looks like Solo and the rest of his MFT are just chilling outside of the cars. I was like, oh no, what are they doing with this angle? Is this possibly like a Jacob Fatu going rogue angle? We would open up the show with a 1-on-1 match. Charlotte versus Raquel Rodriguez. As we know, Charlotte and Alexa Bliss will have an opportunity at the Women's Tag Team Championships at SummerSlam when they fight Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. But here tonight, it was a 1-on-1. Charlotte versus Raquel. Both pretty big in stature women here, bro. Like tall. If they were kicking butt, bro. Big boots, clotheslined, hard-hitting stuff. Roxanne Perez looked to jump on the apron and kind of get involved a little bit. She kind of distracted the referee, allowing for Alexa Bliss to get involved. Alexa Bliss doesn't mind playing dirty. Charlotte takes advantage, pinning Raquel Rodriguez with a little like roll up, and we could just see the relationship between Charlotte and Alexa forming bit by bit. Next week, Alexa's gonna face Roxanne, and I would assume we have a similar ending. Charlotte helping Alexa. I loved the story. At first, I didn't. All right, so Carmelo Hayes thought it'd be a good idea to, get in the face of Damian Priest, and it was not, because Damian Priest settles things out in the ring, and he wanted a match with Carmelo Hayes, so they would go 1-on-1. Match was actually really good. Hard-hitting stuff, bro. I love Carmelo Hayes. I think he deserves a higher spot in WWE. Damian Priest was going for a little old school on the ropes, and then here comes Aleister Black literally appearing out of nowhere. Aleister Black is gonna push Priest off the top rope, causing a disqualification. Black mass Priest. Melo didn't want nothing to do with Aleister Black, as he shouldn't, man. Black is freaking menacing, no doubt about that. No sign of R-Truth this week, which I was kind of shocked by. So the entire night, I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, what in the heck is going on with this car crash situation? Who is behind this? Is this gonna be like a big story, similar to the Jade car situation, where like we were waiting on who attacked Jade for months? But no, it was a one-show story. Solo Sikoa framed Jacob Fatu, who would get arrested backstage by policemen. He was taken to prison, and Jacob Fatu in real life has actually had some interactions with the law. So Solo Sikoa is gonna come out to the ring and kind of make fun of Jacob and say, once a criminal, always a criminal. Big Jim, who's had Jacob's back the past couple weeks, gonna get Jacob back to the arena. The police reinvestigated, and it wasn't Jacob Fatu. Solo Sikoa set up the entire thing. It was all a put on. They tried to set Jacob Fatu up, so here comes Jacob, Big Jim. They take out Tonga Loa. They take out JC Mateo. Solo Sikoa thinks he's all slick, thinks he could, get past the law. Not happening, Solo. Solo Sikoa gets arrested. I love when WWE wrestlers get arrested. It's so funny, bro. I don't even know why, but it's just so goofy when they get arrested. Jacob and Big Jim wreak havoc in the ring. Oh, and how could I almost forget to mention, it's gonna be a steel cage match at SummerSlam. Fatu and Sikoa for the US title. Come on. It was a fatal 4-way tag team match to determine who's gonna be facing the Wyatt Six next week for the tag team championships. You got DIY in there, MCMG, Axiom and Nathan Frazier. Frazier and Andrade and Rey Fenix. I love this tag team to death, bro. Yes, I did want Phoenix to team with Penta for his first tag team, but dude, teaming with Andrade, it's amazing. Want to know what's even more amazing? They won this match. A miscommunication between DIY Gargano would super kick Ciampa, possibly planting a seed for their future little rivalry. Hopefully Gargano faces Ciampa. Yeah, Phoenix and Andrade pick up the victory. Andrade pinning Tommaso Ciampa. But is it really a victory? Because next week they gotta face Loomis and they gotta face Gacy, bro. The Wyatt Six in tag team championship action. The Devil's Kiss set up here on ringside. Stephanie Valkyrie would go one-on-one with Alba Fire. She made quick work of Alba Fire, as you would expect. Alba Fire would take an L to Stephanie Valkyrie, and then Piper Niven looked to attack after the match. Ain't taking out freaking Stephanie Valkyrie, bro. She would fight off both of them. She didn't need Nikki Bella's help. I thought Nikki was coming out, though. Topping off the show with a WWE contract signing. In the famous words of Dean Ambrose, we know how this is going to end anyway. In his famous contract signing with Seth Rollins. Come on, man. We know how these end. They end in physical calamities. What a heck of a contract signing here is between Cody Rhodes and John Cena. John Cena coming out saying, I can't make SummerSlam? Cena, what are you talking about, bro? We know you are capping right now, John. John's coming out saying he has to film a movie. That ain't happening. That's not flying with Cody. Cena's literally just gonna try to leave the ring. He's like, I'm not signing that contract. Cody chases him down, attacks him, hits him with the title belt, which he wasn't able to do at WrestleMania. Steps in the possible heel direction of Cody Rhodes. Maybe. But yeah, used the title belt, which I found very interesting. Brock splashed him through the table and then forced him to sign the contract while unconscious. Gotta love that. And then Cody Rhodes said, hey, it's gonna be a street fight at SummerSlam. Read the fine print, John. I like this promo here. I thought it was very, very well put together. A lot of fun here. But dude, could you just imagine if it turns out to be, in the end, Cody Rhodes being the heel and John Cena being the face? I could see them doing this, and I think this is the seed for it. Cena was treated like the face here after Cody beat him down to literal death, bro. This episode of SmackDown moved really quick, man, or is it just me? It might be the new 2-hour thing. It's not 3 anymore, so it's like maybe it moves fast because of that, but I don't know. It just flowed. My favorite match was the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match. Ranking the show out of 10, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10, and my favorite moment was easily Solo Sikoa getting arrested. It was almost the contract signing, but Solo Sikoa getting arrested, that is priceless. Gotta love it. Hope you guys enjoyed the weekend review. Stay tuned next week when we run it back again. We talk about Raw and SmackDown every single Saturday. We never miss. Hope you guys enjoyed. Brett out.